Hi, it's Local Dragon Lady here, and my new computer is complete! All the parts showed up, everything put together, installed, configured, at least the best that I know. Of course, when you do fresh installs, of course you're going to encounter occasional thing that have to be tweaked. I don't have a new webcam yet. That's pretty obvious due to the quality of this video. I did try using the iPhone as a webcam, which you can do with OBS Studio. The problem is for the app, you have to pay for it. At least to get rid of the watermark. If you don't mind seeing OBS Studio flashing in front of my face all the time, okay, I guess it's fine, but I'm not okay with that. So I do have a webcam on a watch list. When I'll get it, I'm not sure. In fact, this whole room is going to be different. In a month or so, I'm going to be buying a brand new desk. Everything's going to be rearranged. So yes, prepare for some changes over the next month or so. I do have Creative Cloud, just Premiere Pro purchased for a full year for the time being. I still got CS4. It's still good. Photoshop is fine. I mean, I have no desire to purchase a subscription to Photoshop, especially I can do everything I want to do, plus more on CS4. Plus, I have to keep it anyway because of Angor. It's the last version of Angor that exists, and I still work with physical media. So yes, just Creative Cloud, but I'm hoping to change that next year if I master some other software. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on to the tower tour because I'm really hyped for this thing. And here is the tower. Isn't she beautiful? And you can't see a whole lot in there, so I'll try to explain the best as I can. Now for the cooling system, I got a deep cool high performance CPU cooler. My focus on this build was speed, silence, space, and stability. So for the brand names, I mostly got Asus quality parts. Like for the motherboard, the processor. Now for the video card, this whole thing is the video card, GeForce RTX. This thing's a monster. I did not think it was going to be this big. I did buy one about a year or so ago, and I was thinking, hey, when I build a new system, I might as well keep it because it's still brand new, it's good. But because this build came so under budget, I figured, well, why not? Let's get a brand new card. And yeah, even though this is not much older than my other card, it's like 100 times faster. So you know what? Why not? Yes, I still have, now this is a brand new Blu-ray player and burner. I could have used the one in my old build. The problem is you need to use a toothpick to poke into the tiny button to open it up, and I'm not in the mood to do that. So, and yes, people still like to have physical media, hence why I had to keep my Adobe CS4 because it's the last Adobe that has Angor, which is the industry standard for authoring Blu-rays and DVDs. Plus, I like to have my own copy of Photoshop and everything else. But I did upgrade to Adobe Premiere Creative Cloud, which I can't wait to play with. So, okay, the motherboard. You can't really see that very well, so let me go ahead and, okay, this is the box. So this is what it looks like. It's the Asus Prime B550 Plus. Very fast, very efficient, and it's Asus, so you cannot kill these things. I kind of tried, but you just can't do it. Let me get the box for the video card so you can see it in more detail. Whew. Yeah, I did not expect it to be this big, but again, this is going to be a creative machine. I'm not doing much gaming on it at all. So this, from a graphic standpoint, it doesn't really matter that much. But again, it's speed. And I actually did a test render in the old Premiere CS4 just for fun. Holy moly, does it go fast? Because I stopped. Okay, the RAM's back here. You can't see it that well. But I got 4 sticks of 32 gigs of RAM in there. The unfortunate thing is when you buy a motherboard, at least a consumer, a motherboard that consumers have access to, they have them capped at a certain number of gigs of RAM. So 128 gigs is the most you can do. So I said, why not? I'm gonna max it out. My dream was to have like maybe half a terabyte or terabyte of RAM, but unless you have a server, you can't really do that. So I said, okay, I'll just buy like the biggest motherboard I can have access to and just max it out with RAM, but it's still amazing. I mean, my other tower has 32 gigs of RAM, and you buy a brand new system out of the box and you don't even get that. So that's why I kept the old tower as a medium machine downstairs. I have 3 hard drives, 3 terabyte hard drives. It's a dual boot. So right now, I have this thing booted up in Linux. This is my secondary OS. So I got this set up with Grub. So once you boot up, the main operating system is Windows 10. And that's what I'm going to be using for my creative purposes. I would have Linux as my main operating system, but the problem is it does not use Adobe. So if I'm going to do anything creative with Adobe and like that, I will boot up into Windows 10. Even when I stream, that'll be Windows 10. Although technically I can stream in Linux. I mean, it does use OBS Studio just fine. So when I boot up, I can select between Windows 10, Linux Mint. I have the newest version of Linux Mint on this. And the 3rd terabyte drive is just for space. I keep all the projects I'm working on, all my videos, anything I take off this phone will go onto that. And I have been playing around with some, now Acadian Live, I can do some basic editing in Linux if I boot up something real quick, if I put onto YouTube. But I also have DaVinci Resolve. Apparently that's considered to be the best alternative to Adobe Premiere Pro. And the unfortunate thing with Creative Cloud is you do have to pay for it. Now, I did buy a 1-year subscription for the time being, but I really do want to try and master DaVinci Resolve if I can. There's a learning curve. So if I can master the software to the same level I have Premiere Master, like do animations and do, detailed editing, next year I'll be able to cancel my Creative Cloud subscription and just stick to this. People are raving about it, and they say that yes, they actually quit Adobe thanks to that. So I'm hoping to do the same thing because again, I still have my CS4 that has everything else on it, especially Photoshop. And I disable the license on the old machine and activate it on this machine. Although technically you can have an active license on 2 machines, but I like to, I have no reason to use Adobe on the old machine. So I disable it anyway and got to activate on this one. So, I don't think I left anything out. That's the important things. The motherboard, video card, storage, the cooling system, processor, and motherboard. So yeah, anyway, my old tower got me up to like 10 years. I'm pretty sure this tower is going to get me to that and beyond. Will I have to change Windows 10 to something higher? I probably will, but I have no intention of doing that yet. Anyway, thank you for watching this tower tour. Yeah, remember to be a good sport, to play the game, not the fame, and I want to have a ton of fun with this. See ya!